This is Unscripted from the living room. Welcome back. This is probably my first real video that I've been talking about for a few months now about posting about an actual topic. And tonight I'm feeling a little teal lights. I don't know if it can come up in the video very well, but I'm feeling kind of teal right now. I wanted green, but the green is not bright enough. Figure that out later. I don't want to make a video, get in a habit of making long form rambles, but I want to be kind of to the point. I've kind of realized something. I think a lot of people feel this way. It's not just me. I know that for a fact. A lot of people. I'm talking to a lot of close friends, and one of my friends made a huge change in his life. I won't air his dirty laundry, or I think it's a good thing. But my one friend had a really great change in life, and I'm actually quite jealous of him. To tell you the truth, very happy for him, but I am a little jealous because he did what I wanted to do, to get healthy and lose all your get really fit and stuff, and I'm kind of slacking on that one. But I'm already rambling, so here we go. Tonight's topic is about how the fear of change, or not knowing you're afraid of change, and that in itself is kind of like resisting you from changing, because people, I'm gonna try to talk about a little bit back and forth of my fear of change and what I think everyone else's fear of change is, or what I assume it is. For me, my fear of change is, first of all, you gotta understand, I'm not an expert on anything. I'm not gone to school for anything in the psychology courses or anything, so don't take this as legal advice. But change is how life works. Things evolve, systems change, yourself changes, people around you change, the world changes, technology changes, and especially now, kind of freaking me out. And I think a lot of people are freaked out. I'm not gonna go into that wormhole, but life changes, and as a human, we are very emotional creatures, and we're very logical, and also at the same time very stubborn. And the worst thing is we get comfortable. You get comfortable, you get a good job, or you finally get a raise, or you get a job coming from someone who has no job, and you get a job, and now all of a sudden things are comfortable, right? And you get comfortable, sorry, one second. And then something starts to happen. What I noticed is you kind of adjust to what you got going on in your life, and you don't want it to change. And for the better or for worse. Usually it stems from, what I've noticed, is fear of not so much worse or better for myself. It's more just, it's kind of a bit of uncertainty, right? Scared for me, an example right now going on, I've been off work for the past few months because of a hurt hip, but I'm a certified carpenter here in Canada, and I've never really chased a wage. I've been paid pretty good. I'm not rich or anything, but I've always been paid pretty well. And my girlfriend, she says, I don't know why you don't chase the money. And I'm like, I don't want to chase the money, but there comes a time when you should be getting paid for what you do, what the current market price is. And part of my topic for tonight is one of the examples I have is I don't want to change because I like being in that state where you get paid a little bit less and you can slack off more. To tell you the truth, you can slack off more, and it's not a good thing. As in a job you have as a career, it's not I laugh about it because it just is. It's what I've been doing, but it's not something to be proud of, really. If you're I've been raised with a good work ethic, and things have kind of fallen off the past few years for various reasons. But my fear of change is getting a better job that pays more for myself and for hopefully my family going forward. Obviously I want a family one day, but the fear of change of getting a higher responsibility job that requires more of you, get more money. I have to do more every day, not just one day have a really good day, the next day you can slack off, but every day you wake up, you go to work. I'm always like on time. Like I'm actually early every day. But years ago I had a huge problem. But I changed. So I made a change. But that was must have been like 5 years ago I made that change. And until then I had a period of 5 years where I didn't make a change, and it took about 5 years to make a change. So, um, like I've noticed myself, my cycle. Everyone, I think I'm a kind of person where I go in cycles, like behavior wise, pattern wise. Like I'm one of those people. Like whatever. If you're a psychologist, maybe you'll understand. Like, but like I'm a person on a cycle in life, and I notice every 5 years I have a drastic change in my life, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm actually a little bit late, and that's kind of what prompted this video. And I talked about work, change of working, not slacking off, being scared to make more money, but working harder, working more as a more present, more living to your potential of what you train for in any given job. But that's kind of like, who wants to talk about work? A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people want to hear the juicy stuff, including myself. I want to get a little bit more personal. And it's my first time getting personal on a video, so I don't know what to say and what not to say. So I might talk about this later. But yeah, the fear of change, the biggest one is changing how I operate. Your OS, your operating system. Like, tell you the truth, like I vape hardcore. You've never seen someone vape as much as I do, and it's really bad. And I'm kind of scared about my health. Like, luckily I have good health, like internally, right now, but it could change next year. Who knows? I am an excessive person. I have ADHD, mild severe. Not severe as in like I need someone to help me every day, but like it's definitely it's more affects my behavior patterns, not so much like I don't like rub my hands together all the time, but like I have a friend that does that, but it's awesome. We love him. But the fear, I had a fear of changing myself, and I've been to this point so many times, and part of why I wanted to make my YouTube channel, like various things like guitar videos, like I might eat a burger one day. I might take you to McDonald's or a burger place and film a video of me eating a burger and no talking. I wanted to like make this YouTube channel really as a time capsule for me, and I'll obviously videos for you guys, maybe hang out with me or talk to someone who you can relate to. But my real thing was I'm afraid to change myself, and because you can change for a day. You can change for a week. And I can change for a day. I can change for a week. I can change for a month. But what I've noticed is with my cycle behavior pattern, I always end up back where usually before, but behind where I was before. And that's a serious thing because like I don't do drugs, I don't drink booze. All I do is vape and play video games excessively. I quit the video games as of right now, but these kind of behavior patterns for people can be serious, and multiple different consequences levels. But it also ultimately comes down to changing. Do you really want to change yourself? And it's not easy. And I'm only saying this because it's easy to talk. You can talk as much as you want. Doing it's the hard part. And I'm just trying to give someone, if anyone can get something from this video, like anyone in the world, wherever you are, like I'm starting to change myself, and part of these videos is to hold myself accountable, and so I can visually see myself talking to myself on camera. But maybe someone is in a situation similar where they're sick of themselves and they're wanting to change themselves, step at a time. Start with one thing, start with another thing, compile it, avalanche snowball effect. And for the better, because there comes a time when, enough's enough. Like I've had so many people. I'm very I don't understand how. I mean, I understand, but it doesn't. As Justin Bieber says, I don't think it's clocking to you. I'm standing on business. Um, I don't think I fully grasp how many people throughout my life have supported me, truly believed in me, and saw all my potential. And yeah, in my younger years, I've wasted them on stupid things, and a lot of people have had that situation, and you can recover from it. And you just gotta make steps every day. But I've had so many people have believed in my potential, and truly believe in it. And I get to this point where the stars align, and you know, and you realize and you see things clearly. Um, I feel like honestly, the thing that makes me not make a change, a permanent change, is like a bit of various emotions. Like a bit of the big over thing is shame, and shame for me transforms into lying and hiding, lying to myself, which makes me lie to other people. Not in my mind, it's not so much lying. Well, it literally is lying, but in my mind, I rationalize it as covering the truth to like not the truth, but like to like kind of build an illusion so you don't hurt people and you keep yourself safe, and you diffuse conflict. You try to avoid all conflict, and what I learned is that like from like with my people I'm close to, certain people, I know who you're watching, but like that actually ultimately causes more pain for the other person and other people in your life. When you lie to yourself, you lie to everyone around you, and that's my big problem I'm trying to change. And I've been scared of it. I am scared of it, and that's like my problem. I'm not trying to do a woe is me video. Like I'm just rambling, I'm just a talking head, but I just feel like this is like where I'm at right now. I just feel like I don't know, just sharing it so someone who may be similar might get something from it and feel like, hey, like if this guy's doing it or trying to do it, they could understand and have someone to like look at and listen to me ramble about this stuff. But there's so many things I want to change in myself, and I really gotta make cliff notes for these videos because I have it's all in my head. Like this is truly unscripted from the living room, but that might be my motto for these videos. Just literally unscripted, no script, just wing it every time. Maybe you guys will like that. But I should wrap it up real quick. I can come back to this topic many times. Like just one video isn't the end. Like I can do whatever, and like don't be afraid to change for yourself, and for like be careful of changing for others. That's a whole nother video, in another topic, because if you change for others, if they're trying to get you to change for them, that's a good thing. But it could most of the time be not good, because as you do that, you lose sight of what you want. So like if you're changing what you authentically want for your own life to make sure someone doesn't like a friend or a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever doesn't like leave you or stop hanging out with you or whatever, that's not good for yourself. Because if a person you're with or a friend or a family member, if they truly want to be connected to you, like they will either way. And obviously if you're doing bad things, like I said before, lying to yourself, lying to other people, causing problems, causing harm, like mentally, and obviously hopefully not physically, don't ever do that. Don't ever hurt people, never fight people, not cool. But if you're doing that stuff, like you probably should make a change, but be careful of changing for other people. Change for yourself, because change for yourself because you want to, and that person or other people around you will probably, whatever you change into, what direction you're going in, if you do it for the better, they'll be right there waiting at the finish line for you. That's kind of what I think, right? So like it's pretty much it. Like for now, Like, this is, if you're afraid to change, my advice is just pick something easy. Like, pick something easy. Like, say you go to McDonald's every day, eat a Big Mac. Don't go to McDonald's. It sounds simple, and it's actually really hard because I have that problem. Go to a real burger place. If you really want a burger, get a single patty cheeseburger and get light sauce, lots of vegetables. Like, but don't go every day. Go like once or twice a week and drink lots of water. I'm bad for that. I'm preaching to the choir. Literally preaching to the choir. But trust me, drink some water. You will feel alive again. But don't be afraid to change your life. Not entirely, but change who you are. If you feel like you've been stuck in a rut, you've been doing bad behavior patterns, you are somewhere you don't want to be, that you secretly know you put yourself in that situation, and until you accept that, and until you accept that you can't move forward, you can move forward, you can keep going with your life, but that little back burner in your brain, the back burner, don't forget. The back burner will light the house on fire, if you know what I mean. I've been there, and I think a lot of us have, but obviously people are all over the world are in horrible situations, poverty, like crazy, like third world countries, like, so a lot of people don't have these options. But if you're lucky enough to be able to make any form of better change for yourself without like moving to another country randomly, impulsively, like, do it, man, or girl, do it. Like, this is something that you'll probably have to do, and I'll probably have to do your whole life, every 2 to 5 years, hopefully more often. Like, obviously it should probably happen once a year, like making a better change. Or I see it like, if you are in a bad place, or you somewhere you don't want to be, you ended up somewhere you don't want to be it in any kind of aspect of life, you probably did it to yourself. Not always, people have horrible situations, abuse, bad family life, bad country, whatever, this and that. So this is not a blanket statement, but if you're in a bad place, but like I said, you put yourself there from your actions, that's when you need to make a change. And after you've made that change and you've stuck to it, about every year or two, I think, once I get better, hopefully I get better, I want to, you probably have to adapt every year. Not change, but adapt. Adapting is a small form of change. And I probably said change fucking like 100 times in this video. But that's, just change, adapt, regrow. I'm saying cheesy words, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't be afraid of change, man. Just let things happen and be happy every day and appreciate what you got.